What's up guys, Mr. Fat Slim here. So, Eleaf were kind enough to send over this, the iJust NexGen to review. So I've got it set up just now. Cool little kit, comes with a little extension so that you can make it a bigger tank as well. Overall, I'll tell you what I thought about it near the end of the video. But we'll go in for some close-ups now and we'll show you what we get in the box. But yeah, cool little thing. I'll tell you more about it when we come back up. So guys, this is the package that iJust NexGen comes in. I don't know if this is just a sample one or if this is what it's going to look like. But on the top you'll see you get a bunch of different colours. I've got the silver. On the back you've got your scratch and authenticity kind of thing. All your kit contents, maximum output wattage 50 watts. If you're charging this, use a USB cable via a PC or a laptop, or get a 5-volt plug. Don't use any mobile phone plugs, remember, just be careful with that. So we'll open it up and eventually we'll get in. So as you see, you get the mod itself, or the kit rather. We'll put that to one side just now. You get a spare glass and you get this little thing, and it just says make sure that miser head is screwed in, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So underneath you get a little bag with some spare O-rings for the tank and some other O-rings, some yellow, white ones, so I don't know what they're for, but we'll have a look. You get a USB manual, your user manual, for fuck's sake. It's been one of those days, I'm telling you. Then you get a USB cable, so that's for your charging, and you get a spare coil. This was in a packet, but I'll go through that in a little second. You get this little thing, which I'll show you what it's for in a second. When it first came I thought it was just a drip tip, but we'll show you what it's for. So you get the kit here, and it just looks like any normal iJust battery apart from the change of button really. Nothing too kind of different about it apart from the tank. Now it's small, the size of it, it's 117mm in height, it's 24.5mm round, and it weighs about 137 grams. And it's got a 2mm tank, and it's a 3000 mAh battery with a maximum output wattage of 50 watts. It fires resistance from 0.15 to 3.0, so yeah, I think they're going to have to kind of mix about with the coils a bit, because the coils you get with it are these little things here. That's the way they look, and they are 0.2 ohm and they're rated from 40 to 80 watts, and it's called the single cylinder HW1 coil. So it kind of looks a bit like the Baby Beast coils, except it's not kind of chamfered in at the top. That's the way they kind of look. So yeah, they're quite cool. And you get this little thing, which I'll show you in a little second. So, usual stuff, 5 times on. You get a green light when it's fully charged, then it will go down, kind of red, orange, all that kind of stuff, and it tells you when to charge it. Charging it, you've got your USB cable here. Once you're charging it, you get a little red light that comes up here, so that's nice. That goes out once it's fully charged. The bottom, you've just got a wee vent hole, really. So the tank is the kind of main star of the show, really. Now this one is built into the mod, so I'll show you that in a little second. But you've got dual airflow, so you've got that one there and that one there, fully adjustable, and it is a really tight adjuster. So that's it finally turning, and then that's it finally turning back, so it's really really tight, and that's both of them. So what you adjust on this side will be the same on this side. So that's that, and then you've got your 510 drip tip there. Now the really cool thing I like about this tank is it's a top filler, obviously because you can't take it off the mod. But there's a little mark here, that's a kind of arrow. If you push that like that, it reveals your fill hole, and it's a large kidney shaped hole, and it's quite a large hole to be honest with you. It's almost probably twice, just over twice the size of the TFV8 fill hole, and then slide it back over that shoe, and it's nice and it's solid but it's not loose either, so you can do it with one hand and it's got a nice click to it. Oh, I'm off camera. A nice click to it, and then do it again. That shoe. So to change your coil, all you do is grab the top and give it a little spin, and eventually this comes off. So this is your top part here. Nice big thick O-ring. You've got a spare one in that little bag. So that's shoe. And then you've got your glass. Your glass just pulls off. Mine's is slightly wet, so it pulls off easy, but the first time it might be a bit difficult to get it. So just give it a little spin and wobble, and then it'll pop off, no bother. The exact same big O-ring here, nice big thick O-ring, and then the coil. And if you take your coil out, you'll see what I mean by that's the mod. So it's a huge 510 pin there, and that's the mod, more or less. So nothing else can come off it. That's the mod. You can, of course, you can pull your airflow off, give it a little clean under there, because it will get kind of condensated in that shoe. So, while I cough, as I say, it's a 2mm tank, but if you get this little part here and you get a coil, the top of your coil has got threads, so if you screw this part in like so, and then screw that into here, and if you remember you got a spare glass, well, it's more of an extension. So if you bring this glass out that you got in the box, there's the difference. So this is the glass that comes on it, and that's the glass that you get in the box, and it's a bigger one. And then you pop that on, and that takes it to, God, what was it? I think it was like 4mm, just above 4mm. Pretty sure it was 4mm. But yeah, you get it like that, and then once you've kind of primed your coil and stuff, just pop this on, and then the device becomes a little bigger, like that, and you've got a bigger tank. So yeah, quite cool. We'll talk about if it loses flavour and all that kind of stuff when we get up top. But to prime your coil, I'll show you how to do that if you've not did it before. To prime your coil, what I've been doing is, if you can leave that bit on, in fact. So if I get this stuff, I'm using Kilberry by TVP, just his own personal stuff. So what you want to do is, down there you'll see your coil, and you'll see some cotton round about it. If you drop a couple of drops of liquid, look at the shakes, just into the coil, and go in a kind of circle, just turn it round like a clock, drop some drops in there, and then just let it work its way round. All I do is just keep spinning, so I do, and it will eventually work its way around the cotton, and that just gives it a little prime, so that when you put your glass on, and then pop the top of your tank on, get it nice and tight. So you don't want it overly tight, just finger tight. And then if we pop this open, and then grab this to fill it. Now as you see, it's quite a big bottle with quite a big tip on it, and it's no problem filling it whatsoever. Just always leave a tiny little bit of kind of air at either side, and you at the side, and you'll be fine. So if we pop that in and fill it up to the top, that's us. Then you slide it over, and then what you want to do then is, once I wipe that a little bit away, you want to take a few draws of it as if there's no power going through it. So don't press the button, and just go and keep doing that for a little bit, and you'll see some bubbles pop up. Or you can alternatively just sit it down, leave it for a little while, come back to it, and then give it a few puffs, and then go. That should be you. So what we'll do is we'll come up, we'll give it a little try, tell you what I think of it, the pros, the cons, that kind of stuff, and price. So guys, that was the iJust NexGen up close and personal. So what we'll do is, I've just straight come up here, so we'll take a few more puffs of it without pressing the button. And that just lets you just soak into the cotton and lets it soak up a little bit. with the little drops that you put in the top, that's just going to help it absorb it quicker. So if you just popped a coil in, never primed it, and then just put your liquid in straight away and tried to, it would take a little bit longer to get the liquid to it, but that should buzz good to go. So 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off, remember, and we've got a green button so it's fully charged. We'll get the airflow fully open on both sides. And then go through the kind of coil break-in period. It takes a little bit of a while, so we'll work our way through that. And to begin with, it's not really the best of flavour, to be honest with you. And obviously that depends on what kind of flavour you're using as well. Some flavours do come through straight away, others kind of take a little bit of a while. So that's it starting to come in now, you can start to taste the iJust. So, what we'll do is, I'm over at eleaf.com or eleafworld.com and it tells you all the stuff about it, all the colours you get. And then it goes on kind of more. It doesn't mention what size that tank takes it up to, so I don't know about that. But it doesn't say anything else about coils, like what type of coils are going to come out. So that's a bit kind of weird. We'll talk about the coils just now, right? Both coils that I got with it were the were the 0.2 40 to 80 watts single cylinder coils. Now, I've used that coil to death, that's completely done, and this is the second coil, the last coil that I've got. First negative of the coils is the break-in's not that bad, right? But as you'll see, I tend to like a kind of warm vape, like not overly hot, but nice and warm. This one, is just far too cool. There's no heat to it, and you don't feel as if you're getting a nicotine hit in return for that. Like all the other iJusts, because they came with different coils, they all kind of hit hard, but with this, it hits really kind of weak. You're not getting that power at all. It's really weird. Like, you're getting plenty of vapour, but it's really thin vapour. I know it doesn't look that on camera, but I'll try and show you what I mean. It's really thin vapour. There's not much of it. It kind of dissipates really quick, so you know you're not getting a good oomph of it, really. So I think they're going to have to redo coils, maybe. I don't think a 0.2 is good enough for a 50 watt device, to be honest with you. I'd love to see more coils for it, maybe like a, I don't know, like 0.5-ish coil, see what that kind of worked out like. Because 50 watts on the 0.2 just isn't strong enough at all. And it's just, I've really not been enjoying a vape for this, to be honest with you. If you were going to get it, I use a 3mg constantly, but when I'm on a mouth to lung, I get like a kind of 12mg. This one, you can't really mouth to lung with it either. If I shut the airflow right off, it's far too airy for a mouth to lung. So it really is for your lung hits. There's no way around about it. You're not going to get a mouth to lung out of it. If you do, it's going to be the airiest mouth to lung you've ever had in your life. So if you were going to get it, I'd say maybe up your nicotine a bit, so that you're getting that hit from it, because a 3 in this feels like a 0, to be honest with you. It just doesn't hit hard enough at all. There's nothing, you don't feel as if as you're inhaling to get it in, you don't feel as if there's anything going in, to be honest. It's a lovely concept. I love the little fill up like that, push it back over, you're done. The only negative I found to that is every time you slide it over and then slide it back over, there's a little bit of juice manages there, it's there. A little bit of juice manages to catch on the edge just because it's kind of pushing it over. So that can be a little bit annoying. It leaves the mod feeling that kind of wettish way. It's good that you can change the 510 drip tips, I like that. The drip tip that came with it sadly doesn't sit the straightest. It's a double O-ring one, so when you pop it in, the second O-ring, the top one, it's kind of having a bit of hassle getting in there. So most of the times there's a gap around one side, which is kind of annoying, especially when you've got the OCD. The concept to the attachment to the coil thing, so that you're getting more liquid in a bigger glass, I really like that, and it's really good, but they have to work on the coils. The coils don't make me happy in the slightest. I mean, it's a nice airy draw, but it's a kind of airy restricted draw. It's kind of, I can't think of anything it reminds me of, but it's more or less like an Atlantis, but kind of slightly less airy, like on the second largest hole. That's what it's like. But it's a shame it just doesn't hit hard enough at all for me. I mean, it's a great little size, it fits nice in the hand. Being the 24.5mm, it's nice, it's comfortable to hold. The button, nice and clicky. I like the button, it's a nice button. No wobble, no rattle or anything like that. The battery has not been getting hot. I know a couple of the iJust before get kind of hot. This one's absolutely fine, but the coils are letting it down. I'd love to try different coils in it, but I can't see any anywhere just now. But hopefully they do bring other coils out, or even a tiny wee RBA head or something, and I think that would improve it a hell of a lot. But the way it is just now, it's not really suited to me, to be honest. I mean, as you see, you're getting plenty of vapour, but it's very cool. There's no heat from it at all. It's weird, and it was the same with the other coil. It was just the exact same, and it's a shame. It's really letting it down. But I mean, charging it as well. Charging it, I think, took. I never let it go fully empty, but charging it from the kind of red light or the kind of yellow light, it did take a couple hours, and then you just watch for that little red light going off, and that's you fully charged. But as I say, use a 5V plug, or use a PC or a laptop, something like that. Don't use any mobile phone plugs, because they're usually quite high and you don't want to cause damage to the battery. But yeah, I mean, it's a great little kit. It's just a shame about the coils. The coils are letting it down for me. If they come out with other coils, I'll do an update video and let you know what it's like then. Maybe get a little bit of a warmer vape. But as it stands just now, it doesn't cut it, to be honest with you. The innovation and the ideas behind it and stuff, I give a 10 out of 10 for all the effort. But the coils just let it down big time. So for that reason, I give it a thumbs down. But as I say, I will do an update video if the opportunity comes, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. Thanks to Eleaf for sending it over. Check out the links down below, and remember, don't just watch my review, watch other people's reviews. You'll get a rough idea of what everyone thinks of it. But yes, stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.